Well, it's back. It's finally back. The hiatus is back, but guess what? There's another hiatus. There's only 3 episodes left now, and we have another hiatus coming up. Well, I guess it's just a week break, but still, come on, guys. 4 episodes. You had 4 episodes to get through them in a row. You couldn't do it, could ya? Superman and Lois, episode 12 is here. Again, we're getting a 15-episode season. I really like this season. I don't know if it's as good as the first one, but I'm really liking the storylines they're going for. And getting back into this world, this episode was good. I really like this. I think this is going to get some more criticism from certain fans because it's not as action-oriented. It's more about the personal drama between these characters. And sometimes it's not presented well. Sometimes the writing's a little on the nose. And that's okay. It happens sometimes. But that's the stuff I like about this. Before we jump into the discussion, I need to say this because kudos to whoever was involved in this. What this episode in particular somehow made references to so many things that are concurrently happening in today's world and just like people that young people know. I don't understand why, but we got references to Greta Thunberg, we got reference to the PlayStation 5, we got reference to Olivia Rodrigo, Billie Eilish, and Sniper Wolf. Sniper Wolf. Why? Every influencer, vlogger, streamer you could put in. Sniper Wolf, that's the one. It's such a weird just idea for this episode, but I'm okay with it. It was fine. So kudos to the writer for getting those in there. That's impressive. Olivia Rodrigo and Billie Eilish both get referenced in this episode. Very weird. I guess they did. Did they reference Taylor Swift? Kind of. It's more just like whatever. It's like that's impressive. But at the end of the last episode, some of you might have forgotten because it's been like a month, Clark revealed his identity to Lana. And what I really like about this is she has a very human reaction that kind of goes into like 3 stages of the story. When Clark first tells her, her reaction is, "Oh, I loved you when we were kids. You saved my life and then left. Did you ever love me? Why didn't you tell me? What is the point of our relationship and what did it mean? And why didn't you come back once you found yourself?" To Clark's reaction, "I needed to find myself. That's why I didn't tell you. I didn't know who I was angry, and you were with Kyle." Putting the blame onto her for some of the reasons he couldn't be with her, which is bad, but reasonable. I do like this because there is that sense of these are more than just friends. There is a history there, and when we lean into that, it works really well. I'm glad they leaned into that, and then it goes further when she talks to Lois about this because neither Lois or Lana have really had that female friendship present in their lives, and when they find each other, Lana is mad that Lois had that from her, and I'm like, makes sense. I think it's a little over dramatized, but I can get behind that. I mean, I guess I can understand how never having that relationship, suddenly it feels false because you were hiding the key to your relationship. I'm like, that okay, I can get behind that being a thing. It works. There's some good resolution there where Lois kind of tells her everything about the relationship and how she kind of like confronts Lana on like, this is what my life has become. This is where I've been. This is why I needed to talk to you and how I never thought I would have this relationship again. That stuff's all good. And that storyline kind of gets resolved with this idea that Lana could tell Sarah and her family, but she doesn't because she doesn't want to lie to them. And she essentially says, "I just broke up with my husband. Now I need to break up with you guys." Just distance myself a little bit. So I'm like, okay, leaving room for something to happen there. A great use of Lana. And what I like about this is such a genuine reaction. You know, it's not like, "Oh man, this is great. It makes all sense now." She's like, "I'm putting the pieces together. I can't be mad at Clark because, yeah, he's literally saving every person in the world. But I can't be mad at you, Lois, because we became friends and none of it meant anything. And now that I'm thinking about all of this, I need to distance myself because I don't want to lie to my kids. So I have to find a new way to do that." I'm like, good on you, Lana. A real reaction. That is impressive to see. And as that's going on, we kind of got 2 subplots involving the younger generation of kids here. The first one, which I really like, is Sarah is trying to find a place again. One of the things I really enjoyed about this episode, it's a small detail, but props to everybody that did it. In every scene Sarah has headphones in, I feel like that's accurate to young people. I mean, I do it. I get it. I like that, but to deal with her breakup and everything going on in her life, she starts to write songs. And her dad, Kyle, being the best character on the show, and if he's not in it, it doesn't work as good as it does. I will stand by that. He's like, hey, there's an open mic night at the bar I go to. Why don't you try it out a bit? Again, it's one of those things where it always happens. We can't go a season on a CW show without somebody singing or doing some scene like this, but it works fine. There's enough awkwardness and humility to the situation, but realistic ideas being portrayed. I thought that was nice. So having Sarah have that moment, I thought's kind of cool. And then we have our other trio. We have Jordan, John, and Natalie. And John's allowed to go back to school. Everyone's picking on him. So Natalie's got a brilliant idea. She's like, hey, let's just go do something else and have fun. I've been working on something I want to show you guys. I don't know if I called it here, but I did say it before. She built her own suit because at some point we're going to do the Reign of the Supermen of the Kids, and we're going to have a little Metropolis boy here looking like John Kent in that John L. outfit. We're going to have our powered up Jordan, and now we're going to have Natalie in a steel suit. I'm like, you're doing it. You're doing something awesome. But to power the suit, they need to get some XK, so they have to go into the caves. Jordan accidentally causes it to collapse. They push it out, and they're just all ecstatic with joy. Like, this is the best thing that ever happened to them. They're becoming friends and family, and it's very cool. And it ends in a nice scene where they're just going to go have dinner. I like that. It's so genuine. It's so real. Like, because that again, and I think props to whoever the writer was. I should have looked up the writer for this episode. But whoever was like the lead writer on this said, nah, this is how kids react. And that's something that's really hard to do, especially in television like this, is have teenagers and young people act like right, act realistic. And this is exactly how it did that. I thought that was incredibly well done. Just impressive throughout every single iteration, except for the Sniper Wolf thing. Just seems a little on the nose to me, but I get it. Again, 2 references to Sophie appear. She does talk about Sniper Wolf, but it's like, hey, we're going to go drop her off at ballet and then pick her up. But we're not going to see her at ballet because we can't afford the ballet outfit, apparently. Cool. That's fun. And then there's another subplot here. We're going to destroy the pendant. You know, Sam is working on it with John Henry there at the DOD. They're going to figure out, okay, we don't want to destroy it. Basically, if that doesn't work, here's plan B. We're just going to blow up the portal. But Clark's like, nah. There's a whole other world over there we have to get to and protect them, because Superman is a person for everybody, not just the one person, not just Smallville, not just America, not just his Earth. He's a Superman for everybody, so he wants to go protect the people there, even though everyone's like, you can't save them all, but he has to try. So Clark's idea is, if we destroy the pendant, Allie can't get any more power, she can't have anybody merge with their otherworldly selves. It's a place to start. To get enough power, we're going to have to get some help from our brother. So Talro shows back up, leads to a really fun scene where he has to apologize to Lois. She doesn't buy it. I just love, again, the slight little remark that it's like, first off, you tried to kill my son, then you tried to take over the world, and then you edited my paper. That's good stuff. Again, that's Lois. That is a Lois thing to say. That was really good. And then it's like, okay, well, this plan might work. Tal's proven he's willing to help us. Let's go to a volcano, use our laser eyes, and then burn the pendant. Because that's awesome. And you know what? It was awesome. Look, the visual effects, you feel it when there's the rush, especially in a show like this. And you feel when we've used our big moments of budget. This looked fine. It looked better than other things the show has done. It looked worse than things the show's done. But you felt like they're in a volcano. And basically, if everything fails, we're going to Mount Doom this bitch, drop it in there, and see what happens. Allie attacks. She's got some weird power going on. That effect looked good. Allie morphing between the worlds. That looks really good. Like the black and the white just blah, blah, blah all over her. I like that a lot. John Henry shows up and beats her up a little bit. I love that it's John Henry that's get the 2 good licks in on her, because Tal and Clark are obviously busy doing the other thing. But afterwards, we do destroy the pendant, meaning we got a good thing going. Congrats, everybody, we won. But Tal-Ro escapes, leading to somewhere we don't know. Where did he go? Who's to say? It could be anywhere. Probably to show up in the finale and save everybody, sacrificing himself. Because the other version of Tal gets killed at the end of this episode. Because he came back to find Lana, the evil Lana. And he gets killed. Literally, Allie just turns him into a skeleton raider style. I'm like, this is intense and weird, but I'm digging it. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Allie's become a really powerful being, so that's cool. This was a great episode. Again, it's about the personal tensions. Superman is acting like Superman. Lana is acting like a person would in her situation. Lois is behaving like she should. Everybody is doing great. The children are well written. The references are on par for something great. I love it. I love it. Everything is just doing what it should. It looks great. It feels great. Now, I know we are kind of in the midst of this big shakeup happening at Warner Brothers Discovery CW. And there's some worry that maybe things could be going awry. I think it's safe to say, I don't want to say confidently, but I think it's safe to say a third season is coming. I know they confirmed it, but did they confirm it? You know, like, there was like the big fan event that happened recently, and Bitsy and Tyler were talking about the big bad that's revealed at the end of this season that leads into the next one, or who's going to be the next big villain. I think that's kind of cool. I'm not going to really like jump into like spoilers to say who I think the big villain's going to be, but if I had to venture a guess, I think they're going to stay away from characters definitely associated with Superman and jump into people that are associated with Superman but not that. So my guess is Mongol. Big shot, but we'll see what happens. Great episode. Great writing, great directing. Everything was firing on all cylinders. I love when a show like that can do it. It's doing great. I'm very impressed with it. I missed it on the hiatus, and it took me a minute to remember what happened, but I'm all for it. Kyle is still great. Everything's going the way it should. I'm liking what the show has become. So that is going to do it for this review of Superman and Lois, episode 12. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.